Peace, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alba, aka SeaOfMarina, and it's been a minute, like a long time. Like, I know I've been saying this all the time in my videos, but like it's really been a long minute. I took a YouTube break for a while. It's been a long time, but your girl is here, and I'm here with extra flow of consistency. And I'm in Los Angeles. Like, I don't live in New York anymore. I know, crazy. If you've been following me on Instagram, you're aware of my move. I've been wanting to move to LA for a long time. Originally, I wanted to be in New York for a few years and then transition to LA, but New York just sucks you in, yo. That hustle flow, that hustle mood, like there's nothing better than New York. But I really needed a change, and my lease was coming up in the end of April. So it's like, you know what? Like, what am I holding on to? Like, why am I not making the jump? Just buy your one-way ticket and get the fuck out. So that's what I did. The whole point of me even moving here, for those of you that are new to my channel or don't really follow me on social media, I'm an actress, a writer, and a painter. And I've always envisioned my career to be bi-coastal. And what that means is, like, you work in East Coast and on the West Coast as well. Like, after that, I really want to be international because I have languages under my belt, but that's not the point. I want to build a fruitful career, and I really just envisioned it being here and like working on my foundation out here. I get to really build myself up again from nothing, and I feel like for me, the way that I learn and grow the most is being in an unfamiliar environment. Right now, the reason why I'm even doing this video is because it's been 1 month. Crazy. Because it doesn't even feel like that. It feels like I just got here. But I wrote down some pros and some cons of how I feel, how I've been feeling. And I want to be more organized with my thoughts. So that's why I wrote everything down, because I don't want this to be a really super long video either. Yeah, so let's just get into the video. So my number one pro as I transitioned to Los Angeles is your girl has been going on to like some consistent auditions. So I don't have an agent. I do freelance with a manager, and he's really cool. However, his focus is in New York. He said he'll send me out to stuff out here too. He hasn't. I'm not mad at it. I get it. You know, your priority is your roster in New York, where you're at. For me, I'm still going to be looking for my own work and self-submitting. So I've been self-submitting like crazy. And the first week that I got here, I had 3 auditions already lined up. 2 in-person auditions and then 1 self-tape. Luckily, I had 1 audition at this place that I already auditioned before the last time I visited LA, like 2.5 years ago. And it was so crazy because I had booked it too, and I just couldn't shoot because the day that they were shooting, I was leaving to go back to New York. And this time I got it again, and or I got the gig again, and we were shooting like the next day, like it was, or 2 days after. It was crazy. Like the first week was just like wild because I also had an art show, which is gonna come down later on in the pro, but I might as well just say it now. I had an art show on May 3rd and May 4th, and my commitment was to be here May 1st. So that was like what motivated me to even like really commit and come out here no matter what was thrown in my face. I'm really excited to see where that's gonna go, aside from just self-submitting and like working with agents or managers out here too, which is another step that I'm gonna be taking to further my career in general. But yeah, that's my first pro. Auditioning has been on fleek. Wow, I haven't said on fleek in so long that it sounds really weird saying it now. Wow, that came from nothing. I have been super blessed to be staying with family members right now. I really didn't want to transition into living with family, just because I'm coming from a place where I finally have my own space and I loved it so much. But I realized that this is a big jump and it's a big sacrifice. And in order for things to go smoother and to find things, family is always really comforting. My third thing has been, I have been meeting so many people out here through social media. I'm so freaking thankful for social media because I've been really building a lot of relationships through some YouTubers also that I met out here. And the first week that I got here was crazy. Like, it was like, oh my God, there's so many things happening right now. What? Wait, I always wanted to meet you. This is great. I'm having a conversation with you. I'm in the same environment around you, and like, this is awesome. And aside from that, I've been also making more relationships through my acting class. It's really difficult to start over in the sense of I have no friends, you know, but I do have a handful of friends. My best friend is out here. Two of my best friends are out here. Another friend from New York is also out here. So I've been like meeting mad New Yorkers in every circumstance that I've been put. I'll be meeting East Coasters and I'll be like, yo, I love you. It'd be like a straight up like, I feel you. It's hard out here. It's hard out here to be feeling the real and the rawness of a New Yorker or just East Coaster in general. Because I'm not even a New Yorker. I'm from Boston. Let's get it straight. But New York is like my second home because I built my life there, you know. So it's just always really nice to continue to build on those relationships and still reaching out to those people that are already over here and not being afraid of no's. Like, that is hard. It's very difficult. But that's just how it works with making newer relationships and friendships overall. The fourth thing is I've been constantly looking for a side job, and I don't want, like in New York, I used to work at a boxing gym, a catering company, and babysitting on the side. So I was strictly like hustle mode all the time. And out here, I still am. However, I'm here with savings, and I'm not trying to let it dry out. However, I'm trying to be smart with my decision on the type of job that I want. So the pay is really different out here. It's minimum wage is like $12, $13, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna work for me. So I've been really striving for a job, like a hosting job that pays 16 and up. And I've been going to a lot of those interviews in different restaurants, some hotels, and just trying to feel it out what works for me. I have a couple of things lined up. I have interviews literally like every other day out here. It's just I want to make sure the place that I work at as a side gig doesn't stress me out. I have to work at least 3 days a week and make sure that I'm making the rent that I want to pay or that I'm looking for in terms of budget. And I don't want to alternate myself so much in the job. I want to be able to already bring the skills that I have and just kind of enhance that in the environment that I'm working in. The fifth thing that is a pro for me is that I've been a part of 2 vending events so far out here. My best friend actually hooked me up with another event. I can insert like a picture that I took out here, and it was all black and brown business owners that were vending, and it was so dope. It was a cloudy, rainy day, so the crowd was a little bit slower. However, just being able to connect with people of color, it just made me feel so good. And just learning about like people that have already been here, hearing their struggles and also hearing their accomplishments, like it makes me excited to like fulfill what I even want to do and where I want to go, and like go through those challenges honestly and like raw, like straight up. Like it's hard. And the second event was my art show that I had. It's called Pancakes and Booze, and I was a part of it in New York, which was such a vibe. It was crazy. There was so many people, with so many artists. But here in LA, it was in a big ass warehouse, and man, it was difficult. It was a 2-day art show. Like, that was real. Let's wait for this airplane. It was a 2-day art show, and it was a lot. It was a lot of energy. It was over 100 artists. It was insane. But that was the first week I got here. I met like a good amount of people where I'm like, I could connect with you. I feel like I can build with you, and it's real. So my 6th pro is that I've been committing to acting classes. I promised myself on the second week that I was out here, I was gonna go straight to an acting class that I felt connected to. And I met this amazing woman. Her name is Kimberly Jensen, and she also has a YouTube channel out here. She be putting out mad videos. I have an acting class with her later on today too. And we had a WhatsApp video chat talking about like what I was looking for in a class and what she already offers, and it was just an immediate connection, like in seconds. And I just knew like I was about to just get it and be serious. And I have a lot of goals in my career that I already want to hit just with my acting technique, and she offered all of those things for me, so I just jumped in. And I've been meeting so many people in the acting class, and it's been fun because when you work with people that also love what they do and understand that this is a job, this is a craft, this is serious, like acting can be fun and like very fulfilling, but it's really not for us as the artists. Like it's not about us, it's really about doing your job. That is what it is at the end of the day, and professionally, because people want to work with people that are fun, you know. Nobody wants to work with people that suck the living life out of you. I really felt aligned with her, mostly spiritually, because she also is very similar to the way that I live my life, with including the universe and manifestation. And it just felt really, really good, you know. This is the first time in my life where I feel like this is the best acting teacher I've ever had, where like gets me and is upfront. And I've had a lot of upfront teachers before, don't get me wrong, but like this is like another level of, it just feels like it's a master class. So my last pro, the 7th pro that I have, is me being outside right now, sunny, by some trees. The weather is so nice, and even when you feel like, what am I doing? I have no idea. What the fuck am I doing? I can plan so much and execute so much, but at the end of the day, like things are just flowing and going, and it's really, really emotionally draining. But it feels good when you step outside and you just feel sunshine on your face and you hear the trees and the leaves. Like, it's music when the wind just comes by, and it just makes you feel like, yo, you got this. Like, no matter what's about to pop up, you got this, bro. I only have 5 cons. I try to do more pros than cons. The first thing that everybody knows about California is everything is so spread it out, like super spread it out. People were like, you're gonna need a car. That's not my focus right now. However, I would eventually like to get a car later on, but as long as I plan ahead of time where I'm going, where I need to go, or where I need to be at what time, and just make sure that I'm mapping out locations of where I'm going to be, the train and the bus have been working really well for me. It's not as quick as New York, of what I'm used to, but like a 40-minute, 1-hour trip, it sounds decent. Like, it's about right to get to a place, even though it's a 20-minute drive or a 25-minute drive. I get it. It's the bus, it's the train, and it's only $175. Like, that's really cheap. So it's been holding me down. It's super doable. You just gotta plan ahead of time. The second con is how you can feel so lonely here. You know, since everything is spread it out, you're by yourself so much more than in New York or than in Boston, to me. In Boston and New York, I have my friends. Like, we would just like pull up on each other, or like you're around so many people because there's just it's congested with so many people. Out here, everyone is like doing their own thing. Like, you might see one person walking down the street or 3 people walking down the street, but see tons of cars, and just not having that, I guess, that sense of community of, even if you're not talking to anyone, just like, yo, you're yes, I feel you, or like just commenting like, oh, you look so beautiful, you have a nice outfit, or you know, there were moments on the train in New York where I would see somebody crying or something, and there were moments like I just offered like a hand or a hug, or, you know, small gestures of communicating and connecting with humans is what I feel is a con here, because you don't have that much. The third thing is me, being a Libra that I am, wanting to speed up the process of getting your shit together. Life in general, you're gonna always be getting your shit together, but here for me, since it's been a month, it's like, oh my god, what am I doing? what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? I want to speed everything up, and I just want to already have my space. I already want to have my job. I already want to have my car. Like, I just want it all to be done so I can just focus on just my career, you know? But in reality, I understand that it takes time, and that is like the most hardest thing for me to understand. So that's just gonna be a con, because getting your shit together for everyone. The fourth thing is vibes. I feel like as an East Coaster, I came here with intentions of like, yo, spiritual life, spiritual world, what's up? It's a vibe, you know, good vibes only. And I really tried hard not to like listen to other people's opinions on like how people are fake out here and XYZ, or like because everyone's in the industry and wants to be somebody and show out for being who they are. And I had one experience out here where I was like, I see what them people's been saying. I see and hear it. And it's really like, it's people wanting to sell themselves in a certain way. And I'm not really a fan of that, because I'm straight up, you know, like I just keep it 100%. So every time if I do encounter that, I just kind of like, noted, and I won't be around that person or that environment again, especially with job hunting. Everyone is trying to sell something to you, and it's like, it's too salesy to me. Like, it doesn't feel like, I don't know, I'm used to like being around like a family, like a supportive team that, yeah, I want you to be your best version, but like, for real, like, do you want that too? You know, like, not like, I can promise you all of these great things, and you just pay me money, and like, that's just not my vibe. So that's been a con for me, is like, you gotta make sure, in general, not even just here in the West Coast, but like in life, you gotta make sure that your vibe attracts your tribe. And my last con is feeling like there's not a community of people of color out here for me. So I'm so hype about this con, because I've had good pros in this con and then bad cons in this con, if that makes any sense. Like, I've experienced being in an environment or a community with the lack of people of color, and it's like, where are my people at? Like, I wanna uplift us. I wanna make sure that we're continuing to grow together and prospering and being amazing. And then when I'm in the environment that I've been asking for, it's like, oh my God, I love you. I'm so happy and I'm so thankful. And it's not even just me, it's really everyone in LA. It's like, yo, we're in a room full of black people. Like, this is amazing. I went to eat ramen with a group of friends, and like, everybody in the ramen spot that was booed up was mostly a person of color. And it was just like, yeah, it's love, yo. We out here. It's love. So it's really just finding that type of community that you can be a part of, and wanting to be yourself and not feeling like you have to, you know, take it back a little, or minimize who you really are as a person, as an artist, as just a being, and figuring that out. That's kind of where I'm at in terms of LA. I would love to make more videos like this. I do want to do like a monthly check-in about how things have been transitioning for me out here. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Don't forget to subscribe and leave the question down below. Like, what do you want to know about LA or the West Coast from the East Coast, or not even just the East Coast, from anywhere in the world? Like, what would you want to know about transitioning in terms of living or moving out here? Because I'm your girl right now, because I'm going through it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Peace and love. Peace.